people when I go around, why ka na sa ABS? Nga bayaan mo pang ABS. No? Yung takan ka na magbalita. These are usual questions I get. And true enough, those were actually the questions I asked myself. Because I knew that if I file my candidacy, I will become unemployed immediately the next day. So I had to give up all my programs, the programs I worked hard for 8 years. But as Mr. Dave Hamora, my good friend, said, no, sige, ask for discernment. No? Ask God for discernment. And I did. I reflected on this Bible passage, the wedding at Cana. No? I'm sure everybody's familiar with it. It was the first miracle of Jesus. So I reflected on it in the context of what's happening to our country, what's happening to our city, what's happening to our leaders. It was Mama Mary saying to Jesus, there is no more wine. For me, it means pinakulang na kita sa mga leaders that are sincere, that wants really to serve without looking at their personal interests. Is saying, there's no more wine. Jesus replied, what has it got to do with me? It's not yet my time. In reflection, I said, ano ba lang labot ko da sa politika? Mahig ko ina. Ari na ako di sa ABS, tanan mo brahon ko sa media, do hamot man, di ba? When I do things, when I help people, people say, kanamit ka pa sir, nagabulig ka. No? So everything is good. Why will I join government? Why will I join politics? And yet, Mama Mary would say, do as he says. When you are called, when you're asked to do something for your country, you can say no. You just have to jump off the cliff and say, yes, I will. The story continues. The wine which Jesus turned from water, he served it to the guests, like you this evening. Nakibot ang mga bisita. Kaya usually, sa isang okasyon, ang nila, ina-serve mo ko ng good wine. And when everybody's drunk, you serve the sour wine. No? Okay na hubog na sila. No? How do I compare it in relation to our country? Many of our leaders start good. And then, when they're in there, when they see how power could influence them, they become influenced to promote their personal interests. So they don't turn out that well then. Some would appear in front as good, but then in real life as well, they're bad. So there's problems. So that's what I call good wine and sour wine. So what are we trying to do? Trying to achieve in these particular elections? We hope, not just by me, but by everyone who's here. We hope we serve good wine these elections. We hope we can serve good wine not just for election, but for the next 3 years. That's what we dream of. No? We hope we could be a good leader. No? Because samba ko gani kay Dave, there's a story, pagtawag niya sa akin, he was among the first to congratulated. Pare, mayo kay nagpatlagan ka. May response, ikaw pare, kay may hapon pa, makalagas ka pa. Sige nga, ari ko di sa Bacolod, fate siguro has made it difficult for me to be there. I told him, you're one of those, no? May isa pagit. Bako si Jason, is a friend of mine. Bako, duwa ka mong ginalantaw ko da sa konseho nga were very ideal and who really wanted to serve. Bahala na magmasakit, no? Pero hindi na magsakripisyo kong pamilya ng ministoryahan. So I said, subong wala na kamuda, go feeling ko I was compelled to at least offer myself as a choice for people. So we'd like to serve good wine. And I told a group of people, a small group of people, that morning of October 14, 2016, 2 a.m. 15 na siya galing, 2 a.m. na. I said, I think I want to run for the city council. You have 1 hour to tell me that this should not happen. Baya. Sila, and may mga youth leaders ko da, arat sa likod, at sa mga nabawang kabataan, they were there. 1 hour to convince me that this is a stupid decision. No one did. Naban nila, no, it's time. Naban nila, pare, ikaw na lang ginahulat na mo. Tion na. No? So we're here. Then, may namangkot, Tol Jerome Garon, he said, the honest question again. He asked the honest question. Hambal niya, anong gastuhon mo? Hambal ko, nung, kung anong savings ko sa ABS-CBN. Hambal niya, sige, pilagid na. Basi abin nyo, dako-dako sildo ko sa ABS. Hindi. Hambal ko, this how much I saved for 8 years. I can say it with such pride, no? Because I saved every peso from hard work. Hambal ko, I only have 200,000 pesos, more or less. 100,000 on my BDO account, 100,000 on my BPI account. I showed it to them and I was telling them, this is all we have. Hambal ko, Baya, hala, 200,000? Basta hasta lang ka November. 50 ako ni Guro. Kung pag November, kagway na nabilin, tawagan ta na kamuag, ang bako pahuway na ta. Wala tonta na lang ning sunod nga resulta sa eleksyon kay ang balotatin, gigit masarangan dali. But look now, it's February. I'm still here. And I tell you a secret, I still have the 200,000. Why? Did I become richer by running? No, I did not. Not by money, of course, but by the love and generosity of people. First, I'd like to thank my father. He's here. He's now 87 years old. Atty. Salvador Cabaluna Jr. People know him as Badong. No? He worked in the City Hall. I researched his biodata. He worked for Ganson, Malabor, even before that, Tikao, all the mayors before him. And I told him that what is the moral lesson of working in government. No? Mamaya kung gusto ko lang magmangaranon, dugay na. No? Pero sabi niya, we have to be honest. We have to protect the family name. No? Aba ko, ano ginabing family name, no? But I know now that what he mean. Because nagamaglibot ko sa barangay, I would encounter mga senior citizens and they would know my father. Bala na ni Sam Gambal nga, kilala ko to si Badong, mayo to nga tao. No? And because of what ngibuligan sa amon, buligan ka man amon. Singko, that's a lesson to learn. Hamba ko, in this world, ang propiedad, magmangaranon ka, magano ka, even if you become so powerful, and you don't do right, and you don't do what is good, people will forget you. But if you do what is right, hindi ka man magmangaranon sa kalibutan nga ni, ang mabilipisyo ang mga kabataan mo. Ganyan ba ako, let's work hard. I will preserve the name and for everyone, Tiwanta to be honorable person. My mother is not here. She's in the United States for 13 years already. Wala ko na nakita nanay ko. When I told her I'm running, ang bayata, baway ko may mahatag sa imo. I'm proud that my mom, in order to make us go to school, had to work as a domestic helper. She had to work in homes of other people, take care of other people's children. That's why ang bakong sakripisyo sa nanay ko, hindi ko ginmalipatan. How it is important that we work hard for our children. That's why when I win, we'd like to have a program as a support system for people left behind by migration. You know, it's not just about remittances and balikbayan box. Sabi natin, we're okay because may ginapadala din. Kami ang nabudlayan. Those also that are left behind is also having a hard time. That's why I'd like to work with young people who are left behind because of domestic or international migration. That's one of our advocacies. But I have a new mother, I have all of you. Nakita ni Dave. Ang totoo niya, text ko kay Dave, Dave, may belated Valentine's Day today. Almost 15 women. Kung ganyan, ko pre back up, di ba, sa mga laki. Pre rest back, 15 ka babae, din date ko. Kung ganyan, hindi siya mapati, kanto, di ba lang, kay ikaw, hindi ka napangita nila. No? Pero mo ito pag-abot niya, nakibot siya ang kadate ko, indeed were not just ordinary women, women of substance, no? Ma'am Lorly was there, Well, thank you, Ma'am Lorny. Kung nakulbaan ko maghambal, ang second ko nakulbaan ng duet, nakaroon ng mas nakulbaan ako. I also want to thank Ma'am Marisa Montalibano, who was so generous. She wrote this song, You Gave Me Wings to Fly. Very inspiring song. It became an award-winning song. You can see Ma'am Marisa. She may not be able to walk, but she has wings to fly. And she doesn't just fly for herself. She helped all other people who can makita niya, she's willing to help. No, she's not only just flying for herself, hinahakwat niya man kita. Ako ginahakwat niya man ko. Thank you, good Ma'am Marisa, for that. No? Ang persons with disabilities are people close to my heart. Hindi kanday Kate, kanday Mark, no? Kanday Ma'am Dali, no? Kanday Ma'am Rita, no? Little did people know that I was born with underdeveloped kneecaps. No? I wasn't supposed, as a doctor, I wasn't supposed to walk until I was 16. But within a year, I was able to walk. Basang nanay ko, nag-resign din siya ako sa City Hall just to look after me. Kaya kung isa lang kadasma ko, yun ang direktor akong tukan. But I was climbing down on my crib to make sure I was standing. That was one of my first victory, no? Overcoming the possibility of being not able to walk. No? I did ito magsugot maperdi. So I'm here. But because of that, I've always believed that yung mga persons nga kita nyo, they're more inspiring than we are. Bago gani, one of the advocacies or platform we'd like to work on is with persons with disabilities. Look at them. They can play the piano, they can sing, may mga summa cum laude, ko nga na-meet yung mga persons with disabilities. Tapos kitaya, kompleto kamot, kompleto tiil, kompleto tanan, pero hindi kita kaubra sa nila na ubra. That's the greatest disability of all. When you're capable and you don't use it for your country, you don't use it for your city, dapat gamiton ta. No? I'd like to thank a few people as well, no? Ang Samahan ng Bawang Kabataan. Thank you, Gid. Ang mga t-shirts ko, sila lang nag-silk screen. Tapos sila man gabaligya. Para nga mapakal naman kami bago nga t-shirt. Ang mga brothers and sisters sa Sigma Chi Fraternity and Sigma Chi Sorority, they're also here. Ang mga upod ko sa profesyon sa pagka-abogado, they're also here. No? Ang mga partidong manggagawa, kita nyo man, they're here. And my classmates from high school, dito na kamo mga isa-isa. Let me go to what I want to say. Aba kung sa akon, maestra nga si Ma'am Mona Pico. Ma'am, ano ang balon ko karon? Ang balya, just be honest. Just be honest. Matutod na nabudlayan ako. Hindi gali ako sa validate to run. No? It's not easy. Every day, you go out, you meet people. Pero kasi ma-mistaken yung mga ba ako nabudlayan ko. Why ko nabudlayan magpadlagan? I can carry this through up to the day of elections. I tell you, I am a fighter. But nabudlayan ko kay abi ko, balaan ko na tanan sa syudad sa Nilay, ma-host. I report every day, kita ko sa TV, kakalatabo. Pero magsulod kagalit sa nooks and crannies of this city. There's a different Iloilo city that we should look after. Dapat gaan nato na atensyon. Agi ka sa highway, of course, you see buildings, you see development. Nothing wrong with that, no? But when you go into one barangay, one small corridor, kita nyo man ang mga corridors na ko eh. You see those small, narrow streets? Just take 15 steps inside. And you know what I mean. 15 steps inside kung makita nyo how difficult life is for people. Pero ako nabudlayan, kaya ba ko, sabi ko, I know already what I'm fighting for, but every day, kabugat, I see people like nabudlayan, may basura sa dalong balay, okay lang, no? Normal lang. Ang lagyan mo nga kahoy nga, balon pa kanila, hinahinay lang dato, bas mabulasot ka. Inyo yan, daw nyo nila napakabuhi. It's hard. It's hard. And I'm weird because when I go home, I keep writing. Kung nakita nyo ang gina-flash day, I write it every night. Whatever I learned from that day, I write every night. And when I write, the more I feel weak. Kaya nga, masarangan ko ni bala. Basi kahambalang ko nga go sa piho that we can do something na maapinan ko ginman sila. Pero it's so overwhelming. Feeling ko it's bigger than me. So if it's bigger than you, the only resort is to say, no, I cannot do it. Let me complete the sentence. No, I cannot do it alone. We need everyone. No? Buligana, ikanik kita kay hindi hapos. You cannot just say we're comfortable in our own homes and say it's okay, we're okay. Naka-invest na kita for scholarships for children and it's okay. Makaon kita 3 beses sa kadlaw and it's okay. And it's not. It's not. Dumudamo sa kilanlan, buligan. No? And it's more than what one person can do. Bisan ano pang iya superpower. It's not gonna be easy. So, my professor told me, Professor Betito said, you want new politics in the city of Iloilo? Sabi ko, yes. Yeah. The old politics is this. When I run, I have to make sure, old politics that I have some money to give to people. Diba? Kaya tagalibot mo sa barangay, may mangayo. May masakit, may problema sa pag-eskwela, may napatay, may birthday, may pang-inom pa gani, kapangayo pa si mo pang-inom. So, that's the old politics. And isa hindi ta na ma-erase automatically. But why are you here? Why is there Sobremesa? Because, ang basang professor ko, why don't you create a culture in the city of Iloilo? Yung tao niya, among ga-invest sa candidate, kag what he or she represents. I think the inspiration is in the US. No? They give something to their candidate para nga mabuligan siya, si advokasya. A few bisan pila lang, bisan gamay lang. You know why? Because if you don't invest in the candidates of your choice, I'm not saying sa akon lang, no? If you don't, who will invest in us? Ako nga wala kwarta, sino ma-invest sa akon? In the real life, what happens is a drug lord, is a gambling lord, is a mga big businesses, cigarettes, smoking firms. If they are the ones that invest in me, paano ko ba kapag makikbato kontra droga? Paano ko ba makikbato kontra illegal nga gambling, no? Gambling itself. Paano ko ba kontra sa mga, for example, for the right values for children? Kaya ang nag-invest akon, cigarette company. So hindi pwede. Dapat kita, the ordinary one, Pedro, Inday, Nene, sila dapat na mag-invest. Nga because kung sila, then I'm not indebted to anyone else except the people that voted for me. And when I'm there, and when we are there together, then we can stand on our principles, we can stand on our values, we can stand on what we believe in. So that's why Sobremesa is made, to empower people, to engage people, to invest. And if you give something, you don't just give your money, you give your commitment, di ba? Kay, kung naghatag ka mo, pabayaan nyo man lang, then pusik, chimpo, di ba? So, I think, I'd like to recognize Mr. Roger there, Mr. Roger, he's a US citizen. He's right there. I played basketball with him every Tuesday and Thursday. And after one basketball game, he just approached me and gave me a certain amount. It's not that, certain amount. I will not reveal. No? It's not what you think. Ang namin ito kay hindi siya, it's not as, di ba, it's as an ordinary gesture. Kumbaga, here's a small donation to your advocacy. Kung maangkan nga isa ka America, isa ka ano, would give something to me. No? What is his interest? Kung mag-ubak Pilipinas, malagyo mo lang natin siya.
Will you?
Pero kamo, why not Filipinos invest on people? No? So, this is why Sobremesa is here. So that we can invest and we can work together. We envision that Sobremesa is not just for campaign. I hope this becomes a culture. Because kung kaluyan nga kita, we'll organize more Sobremesa. Not maybe this time not for election purposes. I envision nga basi may kaiuhon kita nga playground, may kaiuhon kita nga school, may masakit nga bata, kanila ng buligan. Then we can call on everyone, here's another Sobremesa for this particular purpose. And we can again join together for that purpose. I think it's time that we have that culture of giving. And I know it is there. I've seen that a lot of times. Maybe it's a question of whether we can trust the program, whether it's used for the right purpose. So, hindi na akong pagpadugay kaya hindi na ako kabalo how to end this. I'd like to recognize my sister Charmaine, and my nephews and niece. They're my inspiration. Nagapanguna akong plataforma para sa kabataan because we can never go wrong. Hambal ni Rizal, the youth is the hope of the fatherland. Pero ginhambal niya na sa 1898, 1898. He said, "Kamu nga kabataan, you'll be the hope of the fatherland." Ti subong, hindi na pwede nga hope ng gyapon. It has to be now. Inistorya ko mga kabataan, kung hope na kabalirisa, kamu pag-asa natin, subong balo nyo, hindi kami ang sunod pa ya. Cannot be. It has to be us. It has to be now. Tomorrow we'll be celebrating EDSA. My father, during his time, was incarcerated because of his stand against the martial law and the dictatorship. I want to live up to that as well. Basiya, wala man diktador subong. Niyara, may gadiktaga ni mag-straight, no? Pero, we'd like to stand for people to make choices, for an opportunity to serve. I am here not because I want to be revered. The first thing I will do if I win as a city councilor, I will mandate everyone who will invite me to not ever call me honorable. Tanan subong nga kandidato, tanan nga politiko, honorable na lang. Hindi lang, Presidente, Excellency. No? Ang Vice President, honorable. Ang Senador, honorable. Ang Congressman, honorable. The Mayor is honorable. The Vice Mayor is honorable. The Councilors are honorable. Siguro hindi na lang ako na tawag honorably. Because I respect the word so much that I'd rather make it as a lifetime commitment and not as an address. No? Hindi dapat inalawag. I earned my being a lawyer, so you can call me attorney because I worked hard for it for 4 years and took the bar exam to pass it. So I deserve to be called attorney. If I win as a counselor, then you can call me counselor because I deserve it. I earned the votes. But honorable is an address that nobody deserves. No? Even the most honorable man will not call himself honorable because he knows it's a commitment that we have to live up to every day of our life. My father's an honorable man and he taught me how to respect honor, the word honor, and I will use it wisely. I will use it wisely, not as an address. Not as an address. So, we hope that we'll be together, not only for the next months, but during the next 3 years if given the chance. So I'm willing to serve. I'm willing to be your humble servant. I hope you help me achieve that dream. No? Dream nga, hindi lang akon, kundi atog man. Masubok ay may nagambal ganit sa akon, siya to, sayang ka, yung naman. Kilala ka, abogado ka, may tsura ka man, bataon ka pa, why ka issue, kung sayang ka, kasi kung nga sayang, kaya hindi ka kapartido, hindi ko grabe, mo lang na no. Di kung sila, bisan hindi sila mo to, Basta ka partido, okay na lang yan si Imonong. No? Bisan nagapungko lang, nagapanguyab, nagano. Hindi si Dave, I'm not talking about Dave. For sure, he serves. Pag malasakit na siya gani, isang tinguha lang. So, I'd like to thank you for being here. Thank you also, Ma'am Lina Di Gracia. Ma'am Lina, yeah, thank you also. Thank you for being here, for sharing your time, for loving our city, for loving our country. No? Because we need to invest. I always joke, kita nyo manda, we have to be like our heroes. No? Sanday Rizal, Sanday Bonifacio, Sanday Aguinaldo, we have to really sacrifice and be willing to take the pain, no? Because we love our city. Because hindi pwede, no? Gina-joke ko gani. What if si Rizal, instead of writing Nolly, he was twerking like Miley? Wala tanik kita sa national hero. So we need to do our part. So, thank you for this time. Cabaluna ako nga kadamo sa problema sa atong palibot that needs our attention. Cabaluna ako nga kapangita man kita sa tutuod nga representasyon. Nga hindi lang kitaon kung eleksyon, kundi kitaon consistently. Cabaluna ako nga uhaw man kita sang person nga uhaw man kita sang pagbago sa atong syudad, no? And I hope nga this coming May, no, and henceforth Cabaluna kita tanan. So salamat gid sa inyo tanan. So, yung mga nga pag-pagpabilin ang pakilisyo. Thank you very much.